To set up all this stuff, there's two things you want to do. First, you want to go to google.com/voice. As always, all the links, information will be in the sidebar. So when you go here, just log in, and the first thing you have to do is choose a number. So when you log in, it'll pop up and it'll be like, oh, so type in an area code, or you can type in a number sequence and it'll give you that. So for instance, 0787, you can type it in and you'll get something like this. So here's my number. Don't bother calling it. It's not going to go anywhere. So that's the first thing, is you can create a number. Another thing you want to do is you want to go to google.com/talk. And this thing right here, install video chat plugin. You want to install that because that's going to allow you to do video chat, but it's also going to allow you to use the call option, call phone. Now, in your Google Voice, you also want to set up. So as always, I would advise you when you first join a new program or whatever, check the settings because you can get a lot of useful information. So right here, settings, click. Here's the phones tab under Google Voice settings. It shows your Google Voice number, and it also shows where it forwards all the calls going to that Google Voice number. This is pretty useful. Like, you can put down your mobile, your home, and you can put down your email. And what happens is every time someone calls your Google Voice number, it will forward it to every single thing on that list that you check. So this is pretty cool because if you change your mobile or your home phone number, you can just give everyone your Google Voice number and change all your accounts in Google Voice. One thing you will have to do is you will have to validate your phone after adding in Google Voice, just so you don't forward your call to some random person. So pretty much you give them your number, they call you, enter a 2-digit number, and you're good to go. One thing is, by default, your Gmail account is not checked as of today. So you really should check that, because then you have the option of receiving calls in your Gmail account, and this will make things a lot easier in the future. Here's the voicemail and text tab. You have voicemail greeting and you have recorded name, which are pretty obvious. For some reason, when you hit record new, you can see the greeting for different people. So if your boss calls, obviously different greeting than your friends. For some reason, when you do this, they call your mobile or your Google Talk to record the stuff. I don't know why I don't do it in the browser itself. That's kind of strange. Voicemail notifications. When someone calls you and they leave you a notification, you just email the message to your account, or like send you a text message or whatever. This is pretty cool because when someone actually sends you a voicemail, you can actually get the written message. So Google will process their audio and give you a text translation of it, kind of. Also, text forwarding. This is really useful right here. So pretty much, if you get a text messages, you can forward that all to Gmail. So if you want to do that, pretty cool. They don't allow it by default. And you just hit save when you're done. Here's the calls tab. Call screening, pretty much. This is one thing you may want to change. When someone calls you, you can listen to them as they leave the message and choose whether or not you want to answer it by pressing 1. And you may want to set it off, which will pretty much directly connect you. So when they call your number, it will directly connect you. It will directly call and connect you to whatever is on your phone tab, whatever ones you have listed underneath there. So that's one thing you may want to change. Actually, one thing that's pretty cool. You go in the groups tab, you can edit all this different stuff. So for instance, you can be like, oh, when people call me, you can give a specific voicemail. You can ring in a certain way. Blah, call screening. You use some pretty cool stuff. So you can have one for coworkers and family, friends. Obviously, some people, different lives, different people. So for instance, if I go to contacts, let's say you have John Doe. You should be like groups, boom. And you can put them whenever one you want to. You can also create a new group, so whatever you want to do. Be like, friends, and then set them up for getting specific types of voicemail and stuff like that. Now we're getting down to the actual calling. SMS, you can, in the contacts, you just do SMS. And there's a 160 character limit. You just type it in, hit send. Boom, it's gone. You can also do call. If you have your contacts right here, it's going to be listed around here. You can also call using this icon, or you can SMS text using this one. So if the person's right here, John Doe, lol@gmail.com, this is all fake information, so don't even bother. So right here, mobile call. You just do that. For some reason, you can phone a call with. They connect you to your mobile or your talk, and I would just do talk, and then you can do it that way. So connect. For some reason, it'll send it to your Gmail, you answer it, and then it'll call that phone number. That's kind of strange to do it that way. I don't really know why they do that, but that's what Google chose. So, kind of the best way to call people, maybe the simplest way to do it until they square this away, would just be to use Google Talk. Now right here, if you go to Gmail, you have call phone. You can click this, and it'll bring up a little call thing, and here are the numbers that you can call. So, for instance, you should be like, you can type in a contact, John Doe. You hit tab to autocomplete it, and it will call. Sets you call number. You can also dial it manually and call it. Google gives you 10 cents to call people. If you do rates, you can see all the different countries you can call. Some of the countries that aren't as developed or their networks aren't as good will be a little more expensive, 25 cents, depending where you're going, different services, etc. Some places are pretty cheap. Right now, you call USA and Canada, it's free, which is really sweet. And you can call like numbers, not like Skype, where you have to call like directly to other Skype people. So that's a pretty cool thing. They're going to be doing that free until they decide whether or not they can sustain the operations by using the calling rates. All the phone conversations I've used using Google's Talk program has actually been pretty good. I haven't had any problems with it. So this is a pretty good little tool for them. They're kind of competing with Skype. Actually, they are competing with Skype, and it's really useful. So I'd suggest that you all try to use it. You may not have this enabled, so I'd suggest just obviously install the plugin, create the Google Voice account, and if you have this call phone, you're all set to go. I'm not sure exactly. They may be doing it randomly. They may have rolled it out to everyone, but by now. But this is a pretty cool feature that you may want to check out.